Hey everyone, it's Mike here at Back to Homesteading Off Grid. Wanted to give you another update on our Arizona room / shed. Thought I'd do a different perspective to show our progress. See if you can see the roof there. The roof decking is all on. We did that a couple of days ago. And then a windstorm hit, actually while we were trying to do that part, but we did get the roof decking up thanks to the help of my friends. And so that's where we ended. What we have left to do, you can see this board right here that goes up there for fascia, and we've got another one to go up on the upper side. Today it's not supposed to be windy, and temperatures are supposed to be finally a little bit more moderate. Instead of 100 at noon, our high for the day is like 90. This is Sunday. I have help tomorrow. Not sure if I'll have help today, but I'll get done what I can. We've got this tar paper over there, right there. Of course, there's Oslo out here to help as always. And back up here. And then the metal. Now for the metal roof, we have used tin. It's ugly, it's rusty, but we can reuse it, and we can seal any holes that we have after we're done with the screws, and then we're going to come back and paint it so that it's the same color as the roof of the RV. And then I'll be working on it by myself on the walls going up, and Judy's going to work on the floor and stuff like that, and we'll take you all along for that ride too. Anyway, just a short little thing. Early this morning, you can see the sun's just coming up over there. It's about 5:30, and in another half an hour you won't be able to see that roof just because of the sun. So we'll see you in the next clip. All right, it's Monday morning. Yesterday didn't really have a work crew, and other than me, so I didn't get a ton of stuff done. One thing we did is, or I did, is I put the fascia up along here. There's a 4-foot piece and a 16-foot piece. 16-foot piece was no picnic. Here's the other fascia right here, right there, and right there. And I'll have help today to help with that, so that I could do it on my own. I use this one piece, the flat piece I cut off of this guy, or the one that's up there anyway, and then the little wedge I took from one of the bird mouths. And so what you do is, sorry if I spun too fast. Oops. Is you screw it into here, and then by doing that I can set this end in this to hold it while I screw down the other side. It worked really good. The other thing I did is I cut all the tar paper for the roof. It's a 20-foot roof. I cut 21-foot pieces, so I had about 6-inch over on each side. And I got kind of organized. I've got the saw table there. I've kind of organized this with screws and oh, the hammer. Hammer goes over here. A little saw and measuring tape, and those little plastic things go on the roof before the metal, which is over there. I know it's rusty, but Judy's going to paint it. The other thing I did, I noticed when they were up on the roof the other day, they were shaking it around pretty good. So I put a brace up there, and I put a brace up there, and come back around this way. I put a brace up here. Once the walls are built, it won't do that. But for now, for safety reasons, I went ahead and put those, so it'll be good and safe. I did have to do a little bit of trimming on the bush here where the hummingbird likes to feed. I just couldn't get the fascia on without trimming it. We're going to trim that bush up anyway. Fire hazard, get it further away from the building. This one we'll probably trim up and leave, but this one we're going to get rid of. And I don't know if you can see in the sun. Let's go over here. And there's the bird feeder right there. Judy thinks they found it. It may take them a day or two. Then this morning, before the work crew got here, or gets here, let's see if I can get through this. Yeah, I need to trim these bushes too for fire hazard and just for me getting through. Getting stuck on sticks. I put a shade cloth up on this side. It's not a huge one. It's not going to make a huge difference inside, but you see that vent right there? That's the refrigerator, and there's an exhaust vent up there. I don't know if you can see it right there. And it just uses the natural convection to move the heat up and out. And this time of year, this wall gets so hot that the refrigerator doesn't work right. And so like the ice tries to melt, the food doesn't last as long. And in fact, I've got a spot, I don't know if we can see it on the camera, that kind of delaminated because of heat. Not really water intrusion, just the heat. It gets so hot here. You can see what happened to my awnings because of the wind. You take that down. But anyway, should give you a little update on this clip. I'll attach this to yesterday's, and tomorrow will probably be hopefully the end of the roof part of the project. And then we can start to work on the walls and stuff. Try to get things into the shade so that we don't have to use this anymore. And then next year I want to build something like the shed out here, but more of a pergola. So it'll be shade, but not waterproof. Anyway, I will see you in the next clip. Good morning. It's a wonderful morning here at our ranch. It's, what day is it? Thursday morning. It's been a couple of days. Monday, we finished the roof on the shed, Arizona room, and been kind of busy. I had to go to the doctor, stuff like that. But I wanted to show you, see if I can zoom in here. There's the roof. This was used tin that I had it for a couple of years. I still have to put a few screws up there. You can see a couple of places where it's up. I did have to lap it because I have a 16-foot roof, and 12 to 14 feet was what I had for the metal, but it didn't cost anything. So at this point I've got $1,300 into it, and it's basically complete. The next step is going to be doing the walls and putting in doors and windows and stuff like that. Right now it works really well for those hot days because it shades the sun. I put a little shade cloth right there because in the afternoon the sun goes down over here, and it gets in our eyes when we're sitting here on our easy chairs. So anyway, I just wanted to show you. Oh, let me show you. See, the next step is the floating foundation. Those bags are full of rock, and we go rock from post to post all the way around. And then on top of that, I was trying to keep it a secret, but in one of my videos I mentioned earth bags. We're going to go earth bags up to the window height, and then windows and cob the rest of the way up. We're going to have 2 doors, one back here in the back. Wood stove is going to go over here in the corner. Once it's all closed in, then we can remove these windows and leave the door open on the RV in the winter. Heat this room, and by doing that, heat the RV for the most part. So you see, we're not attached. I'm going to put a little wall here that off of the step that I build that will fold down for a ramp, and then we'll have steps coming out here. Anyway, my voice is a little off because of the doctor visit. I had skin tags frozen, and so my face is all swollen. I won't show you that. This is going to end part 2. I'll start a new series when I do the walls. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing. I appreciate the comments that I get below. Have a great weekend. And we're only about 2 weeks from 4th of July, so have a good 4th of July too.